Family of 4 dead in apparent murder-suicide in Roscommon County. Originally published on July 11th, 2022. Another mass shooting in America, another family tragedy, another day that we wake up to horror in our streets. Houghton Lake, Michigan. An apparent murder-suicide in Roscommon County has claimed the lives of 4 people, including a 13-year-old boy. About 3:30 a.m. on Sunday, July 10th, sheriff's deputies responded to a Houghton Lake residence after 2 people reported they had found 4 bodies inside. Inside, deputies found the bodies of a 35-year-old Tirany L. Savage, her 13-year-old son Dayton Cowdrey, her 58-year-old mother Kim L. Ebright, and her 35-year-old husband Bo E. Savage. All 4 deceased from apparent gunshot wounds. The matter is being investigated as a murder-suicide. The 4 decedents lived at the residence where the bodies were found. There is no evidence any other persons were involved in the incident, with deputies saying they believe there is no danger to the public. No, there still is danger to the public as long as we have guns on these streets. Abolish the Second Amendment. Deputies did not confirm who among the 4 dead killed the other 3. There is still an extensive amount of investigation to be done in this case, said Under Sheriff Ben Lowe. It would not be prudent to comment on those issues until investigation is complete and evidence has been processed. MLive reached out to relatives of the decedents who did not immediately hear back. Our thoughts and prayers, I hate that phrase so much, go out to the many friends and family who have been devastated by this loss, the sheriff's office stated in a press release. Roscommon County contains wonderful, close-knit communities who rally around those who are struggling and in need. We encourage the people of the community to show their love and support to the many people who have been devastated by this horrific and senseless tragedy. Bo Savage worked as a graphic designer and web developer operating Comic Graphics. So, once again, we have another family tragedy where 4 people lost their lives. Maybe one of them, of course, one of them had to have killed them and then killed themselves. So, once again, I've made, every time I do one of these videos, I feel like I have to attack every argument that the Second Amendment people have about why gun ownership is necessary for Americanness and why your big dick energy comes from the pistol that you hold. Well, when I look at these people, these Americans like me, I'm sure the last thoughts in their mind weren't, you know what, I'm about to die from my crazed ex-husband or son or whoever is going to kill me. I'm pretty sure they didn't look down the barrel of that gun or plead for their life and say, you know what, I'm dying, but I'm so glad we have the Second Amendment in America. I could talk all day about why these sorts of family issues that end with tragedy and bloodshed and violence could be mitigated by having actual gun control in America. Why the mass shootings that we will continue to see in our streets will continue to permeate because Americans are obsessed with the gun. They don't care about other Americans. They don't care. They don't actually think that all lives matter. They just hope and pray it doesn't happen to you one day. But these people in this close-knit, tight suburban community got their wake-up call that it could happen anywhere in America. Anybody can be a victim of gun violence and the gun culture that permeates America. I'm not using their death to try to gain political clout. I'm using this death to advocate for something that Jesus Christ would advocate for, the life and humanity and dignity and safety of all people. The same people who want to attack me for having my views about the Second Amendment and advocating that we have a safer America are the same people who call themselves Christians. But Jesus Christ would not walk around with a 9mm pistol. He never even carried a sword. Never even carried a sword. So why do you think he would be okay with you walking around with the AR-15, shotguns, all this sorts of crap? These people deserve to live. Whatever petty dispute was happening in their family did not have to result in violence and death like this. This is a tragedy. This is sad. This is sick. We need to get the guns out of Americans' hands because Americans have proved once and time again to not be responsible with guns. Yes, there will be family murders because family murders and domestic violence happens in every country, in every society. And of course, femicide is a major issue in around the world. But America has it much worse, statistically proven. Please check out my other videos about the statistics of gun violence. Americans have it much worse when it comes to gun violence, gun deaths, accidental deaths, suicides, mass shootings, etc. These could be prevented. This could be stopped. This is not normal. That's why I make these videos. That's why I'll continue to make these videos. So if you're more upset at me pointing out the flaw in American society that you believe the gun makes you American and makes you big, strong, bad, and makes you free, meanwhile, countless Americans die every year to gun violence. You know how I feel about you. So rest in peace to these people. My name is Simon Hill, and thank you for watching. Abolish the Second Amendment.